Now, the Minister of Food and Agriculture, Brian Echampong, has said that the government has cancelled subsidy intervention on fertilizer for farmers effective April 2023. According to Mr. Echampong, even though the subsidy cost the nation 3 billion cedis in the last 6 years, it did not achieve its intended purpose due to corruption. He added in an interview this week that government will now introduce a guarantor system going forward. Let's speak with the Chief Executive of the Chamber of Fertilizer, Ghana, Prince Adepa, who joins us on Zoom. Good afternoon to you. So initially we're told the fertilizer subsidy had been suspended. Now we hear it has been cancelled. How do you react to this news?
Thank you, Darrell. We cannot say we actually are happy at this moment since there are many questions begging for answers. And so, we again would just be a bit patient to know when and how we are going to get the details of how this enhanced PFJ or the guarantor system as it's been tagged will actually be run. And so just then now understand the value chain, the actors in the value chain and all that, to be able to understand and appreciate that this is something that will work and help the agriculture industry generally and also for our businesses.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if I was clear on your response to this. And so basically, how do you feel about this? If you could just tell us once again.
Mixed feelings.
Okay.
Not happy to say the least for now because we don't have full details. So until we have details to be sure, the process is really an enhanced one compared to what previously was being run, and so then we can then assess to see whether it really brings us a fair playing field. Whether the field actually is going to be a fair playing field for our businesses to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot be we cannot be hasty now and then conclude that we're happy about a program that we are yet to have full details.
All right, and you mentioned the guarantor system, which we understand government will guarantee supply of fertilizers for farmers to repay after harvest. We do not know so much about it, but this is just an idea we have of how it will work. And like you point out, you're going to be seeking some more information as to how government intends to roll this out and how it will be beneficial to you. But you generally consider this to be a good move that, the government will guarantee supply and then farmers would have to repay after harvest?
Darrell, this is not, let's say, a novel program in the sense of it being a guarantee system because to tell you, a lot of the private sector currently are engaged in guaranteeing for, agro schemes or groups, nucleus farmers and aggregators who are already guaranteeing for inputs and they buy back. So it is not so different from what they are proposing. Now, the real issue is if government is cancelling subsidy, then how are we moving forward? If you say a guarantor system, this system is already playing out on the field now with a lot of the foreign donor agencies supporting our own farmers to do same. Okay. Now the other question is, how are we really getting to understand, or maybe how different is this new enhanced one, as it's been termed, is going to be? Mind you, we've experimented this in the past, which was the blockchain system, when we actually, had groups getting inputs with government support, after which they pay back, and that program was not successful, to say the least.
Does the chamber? Yeah. I was going to ask if the chamber has any suggestions for the government as to how to handle these issues to do with fertilizer. Obviously, you're raising questions about the guarantee system, which you say is nothing new.
Yeah, it's really nothing new. So you see, in the first place, government is not subsidizing. So ideally, the market should be liberalized. Okay, for the forces of demand supply to play out. Now, beyond that, if government really wants to support the farmers, the intention should be to reduce the cost, the inputs to these farmers ultimately. Because mind you, as it is now, farmers have managed to already be, cultivating their fields. Now, if government wants to really help, it should be from the port of entry. I mean, where charges and levies are so much on these inputs, and therefore, the cascading effect comes to play. So really, it should be looked at from such angles, so that on the market, the farmer will have, the liberty. I mean, it will be affordable one, and the farmer will have the liberty to be able to decide which product they should really go for. And this is going to also enhance the issue of quality, or push importers to be competitive in terms of what they bring to the market. So really, I mean, anytime government intervenes in some of these programs, and with some of these programs, it distorts a lot of things. And so when it is not clear as to what role really government is playing, because at this point, then the government is only saying they're going to guarantee. We would, prefer that if government really reduces the cost of charges and the rest, which eventually will bring down the cost of these inputs, especially for fertilizer, then they can now, with their guarantee system, look for aggregators, select aggregators that will go and buy the end product. Now, if there's any fund at all that they wouldn't want to push into subsidy, then it should probably be redirected into the areas of irrigation and the rest of mechanization. That will help farmers to be very effective and efficient on the field. So that at the end of the day, because government's intention is to ensure there's enough food, and maybe the excess also by the buffer stock and the rest, then they can find a way to get the guarantee for other players or actors in the chain to go and buy this. And mind you, that would mean they'll be buying at the market prices, which will help the farmers to be able, to get make profit.
All right, just 30 seconds if you can. Any news on the debt-owed fertilizer suppliers? Is there any progress as to the government paying back the monies owed fertilizer suppliers?
I'm sorry, the position hasn't changed since the last time I spoke to Joy News. Yeah, we're still looking forward to payments.
All right, we're looking forward to the best. Thank you so much. Prince Adepa is Chief Executive of the Chamber of Fertilizer Ghana. I appreciate your time with us. Well.